Hey guys, Ryan here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most important skills in all of Warzone, and that's how to use your minimap. I'm sure a lot of you guys already think you know how to use your minimap, but I promise if you actually watch to the end of this video, you're going to be somewhat enlightened, and it's going to actually genuinely help you become a better player. The first thing you have to understand though, is I'm not just talking about that little minimap on the upper left corner. I'm talking about the map you're seeing in the background right now. Look at this clip. This is what was leading up to that clip you saw in the intro. I have my UAV, I'm parachuting down, and I'm opening my map, seeing if anything pings. As I get closer and closer to these people, I'm going to get a ping showing two different squads here, and this is going to give me key intel. I'm going to pause it and show you exactly what I mean. I can see there are two different squads there, and there's one squad on the left that has the high ground, and that's the squad I should prioritize. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to ping the squad on the right so I remember that they're there, and then I'm going to go push the people on the left and start cleaning up the kills. Knowing how to use your mini-map and pulling up your mini-map in the middle of parachuting when you have a UAV in the middle of combat, all of that is a skill, and that's the whole point of this video, is to get these things embedded in your own gameplay so you can take it and use it and find more success. A lot of people would have called that UAV in, they would have parachuted down, they would have seen the red dots on their upper left minimap, and they would have just fallen right down in the middle, and they probably would have gotten killed by the squad up here that had the high ground. If you are not pulling up your big minimap, you are going to be leaving out so much intel that's going to be crucial to know that's going to end up getting you killed, and that's one of the biggest things I could recommend for people to work on. Not only do you have to be good at using your minimap in the upper left hand corner, you really have to become proficient at pulling up that bigger map and giving yourself that full intel. Now this clip is going to be a little different. This is going to be used to find people, to know exactly where they're at in gunfights, and to use it to your advantage. Now I'm not going to get a kill from this, but you're going to see exactly what I mean. I'm going to down this person, I'm going to get shot, I'm going to pull up my minimap, identify exactly where they're at, ping it, peek, and then I'm going to get a couple shots on them. Now, I didn't get the kill, it didn't result in me getting some insane play or anything like that, but it is that intel and info that people do not use. I'm going to touch more on this topic when I break down the plunder game, but I want you to focus on this clip. This is going to be a prime example of how to use the rebirth pings after you kill someone in their squad. In rebirth, whenever you kill someone, you get a ping on the minimap, and you need to learn how to use this intel. I see this person is on the stairs coming to push me because of the rebirth ping, and I just sit, wait for them to get closer and closer. I wait to hear them sprinting, and then I get a kill. Here, look at this clip. I see someone call a cluster at me. It pings their location on the minimap, so I know where to get to cover away from them, and I know also now where they're at and how to play around that intel. Using these things is key to being a good player, because without it, you're just leaving key intel on the table that you need to be using if you want to be a good player. I promise, maximizing your use of the minimap is one of the most quintessential gameplay things that people overlook and sleep on because they really don't think it's that big of a deal. Everyone focuses on their gun skill, their movement, yada yada yada, their aim, whatever, but they don't focus on these small intangibles that really add up and really make a great Warzone player. At the start of every Warzone game that I play, this is my routine. I open up the minimap, I zoom in, I start locating contracts, I start looking at the plane path, the buildings, and I would really recommend to learn to land in 4 to 5 main spots. Pick 4 to 5 spots all around the map and learn to land there, and this is what I use. I find that spot, I ping where I'm going to go. This time it doesn't work out because a ton of people are going to land on that scavenger contract, but this is what you do. You notice things like this, you notice where the buy stations are, you can pinpoint if there's balloons, if there's going to be a minecart system near you, and you can figure all of these small details out. But watch how over the course of the next few minutes, I'm just going to use my minimap for success. There are tons of different ways to use your minimap, but one of the best and biggest ways to do so is whenever you see bullets in your upper left minimap, you want to make sure you're opening the big map to pinpoint exactly where they're at if they're on the edge. So I'm going to show you plenty of great examples. By just constantly opening up my big mini map, I'm going to be able to figure out where people are. I'm going to get sniped at in about 10 seconds or so, and this, because I open my mini map, I'm going to ping exactly where they're at and figure out where they're at. I look down below and boom, I notice them up top. But this is a prime example of why you need to use the bigger mini map. If I just used the mini map in the upper left hand corner, I wouldn't have seen this person because they wouldn't have shown. I wouldn't be sure if that person was up on the hill or exactly where they're at. I wouldn't have an idea. But by opening the bigger map, now I know. Like this, I can pinpoint exactly where people are. I know there's people in that tent, and I'm giving myself almost all of the possible info I can obtain by just doing this simple little thing of opening my map. Now, I definitely make sure if you go into your settings that your mini map in the upper left hand corner is going to be set on square. I'm not sure of the exact setting, but there is a setting to change it from round to square in the mini map, and I'd really recommend to play with square because it's going to give you so much more options and so much more intel. It's going to blow you away. So let's just do a quick recap so you're not forgetting everything I just talked about in the last 5-6 minutes. First, make sure you're just even opening up that big mini map, especially when you have a UAV up, and make sure you're learning to interpret the UAV for exactly what it means. Secondly, when you're playing Rebirth, if you're just playing normally, make sure you're using the big mini map to point out when people are shooting at you, to figure out where people are shooting in other gunfights, and just a way to keep track of everything going on. And lastly, make sure you are changing your mini map from circle to square and you're not leaving out key intel. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys appreciate the nuance to Warzone. This is one of those skills that will really make you a better player, and not a lot of people talk about it, and I hope it really helps you become better. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I already said, it's been Ryan. I hope you have a good day. Peace.